You're welcome.
Talking balls.
And everything in between. I don't know.
Everything in between.
Just a good movie.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I think so.
Is everything's fucked. Everything's fucked. Six months. Oh.
I guess we can get moving.
Where is Valeth?
What? What is... Huh? Who?
You know who Valeth is.
Well, no, I'm asking who do you want to make a perception check?
Aria.
Okay.
I wasn't actively looking, more so just saying.
Valeth, you don't know who that is.
We do.
How?
Spent the last 6 months with her.
No.
Yes.
I've
How
been
did
here
you get
too.
here?
How did I came on the ship with the rest of everyone. What are you talking about?
I'm saying you weren't.
I'm pretty sure I was. I remember it.
I look around at the gang if they're experiencing the same thing. Guys, with you?
Caroline's just going to touch Cadrith.
Kedrith just like looks down and head and just looks back up at you.
She's out. She fainted.
Oh, that's abnormal.
You should be dead.
Probably, but I've managed to live so far.
Well, that's not what I meant. I mean,
No, dude, you got crushed. We remember this. All of us do, except for you, apparently.
I did not get crushed.
You did.
I dodged out of the way.
that's not what we experienced.
Well,
We
what
met
is the...
Valeth. We read your will.
I didn't... That's an invasion of privacy. I didn't die. Why did you do that?
Valeth cast. So, Kadrith, the last thing we remember happening, about 5, 10, 50 minutes ago, I don't even know anymore. Less.
30 seconds ago.
It feels like
Yeah.
it feels like it's been a week, man. What can I tell you? Yeah. Last thing we remember is Valeth standing about 10 feet or 20 feet away from me. Yeah. And it's about 60 feet away from where you're standing right now. She drew from the deck of many things, which was in her possession. And pulled 6 cards. She drew Wish, or some other spell that gave her Wish.
Suddenly,
And
her
she
last
wished-
words were, "I wish Kadrith was alive." Suddenly, you're standing there. She's not standing there.
That is the last thing that I remember happening. Kadrith, look me in the eyes for a second.
I'm looking.
Does this look like the face of a man who's looking at a friend or looking at a ghost?
Can I make an insight check? My insight is +0.
That's fine.
That's a 6. Okay,
Where's
look.
Caroline in all this?
She fainted on the ground. Yeah. I'll start
Nice.
picking her up, by the way, holding her head.
I don't know what all y'all are talking about, or how all of y'all have just, like, I guess suddenly decided to gaslight me, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Do I have
Okay.
any items of Kadrith in my possession?
Wait, what? Is my fucking, like, billowing cloak gone?
I don't have.
Bro.
It's mine.
So, last time shit changed because of Wish. Our personal possessions didn't change. Did they change this time around or no?
Oh, they did, at least.
A minute? Oh, okay.
Probably Starry,
Okay.
because I think he was like really interested in it. Yep.
Okay. Give me a
And
second.
I'll reach at my back, shocked with what I feel, and grab the Volt action rifle that is now strapped to my back, that I actually have only seen before on Valid. This isn't mine.
What do you've been using it for months, dude.
I'm saying Valid used it for months.
Okay, How do you know who that is? I haven't talked about her one single time. How do you know who that is? Did you actually read my fucking will?
Well, when
We
you
did
were dead.
after you died. Yeah.
I'm alive.
Yes, we know.
Time travel is weird, although technically it wasn't
Time travel?
editing.
Okay, back up. Time travel?
Yes.
Blame Valeth, alright.
So, Kadrith, like I said from our perspective, last thing we remember, less than 5 minutes ago, was Valeth standing 10 feet away from me. She drew 6 cards from the deck of many things. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, no.
Okay. The deck of many things is a magical deck of cards. There are 13 of them in a deck. You draw them, something magical happens. Sometimes you get spells. Sometimes your soul gets ripped away from you. Sometimes you cast Wish. Or you have multiple castings of Wish.
You get wishes.
That-
Oh, shit.
So, just so we're tracking, right? Our experience of reality seems to have been just a touch different from yours.
Just a little editing.
So,
Okay.
we read your will when you died. We put you in the ground, Valeth. I remember every single shovel full of dirt that I put on your casket. So does everyone else standing in front of you right now.
I don't, because I wasn't there.
As Alan wasn't
Almost
there.
everyone.
As Alan had bigger problems.
Understandable.
Yeah. We all experienced that. And that's a massive departure from what you experienced.
I
Now,
died.
you died. You were dead. We put you in the ground. We went on the Arctic Waste campaign. We toppled the government. We gathered friends and
me?
foes. What's up?
Yeah, without you.
So without me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were dead.
Terribly sorry.
So when we read your will, we were told to contact Valeth. Valeth joined Blue and Black. We heard about Pink Floyd. We heard about all those adventures. Not too much. Valeth's a pretty private person, but bits and pieces. I stood in front of her as she was fighting, debating her sword when we got Elda back. Or her weapon, sorry, her gun. Because he was fucking pissed that Elda led to your death.
This is kind of a lot to take in.
Understandable.
What happened for you the last 6 months?
Well, I survived. I went to the Arctic Waste with y'all, helped y'all overthrow the government. We went to Limbo. We helped Caroline do that shit with Asher.
Yeah, I'll create some water, splash it in her face.
Yeah, we'd really like to not drag you off the island, because then it's just going to be the whole spiel again.
Here's the thing. From what Caroline said of the ceremony, this last thing that happened was she saw you standing in front of her, and she plunged a dagger into your heart when she decided to turn away from Ash.
It was more than meant for.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you can imagine, not exactly a pleasant experience.
Sounds like a rough night.
Yeah.
So I vote that we get off this island and then deal with the consequences of Valeth's actions later.
Yep.
Can we maybe, like, try to fix the island?
No. Let's maybe not deal with that right now. We kind of
It sounds a whole lot like not my problem right now.
It kind of does sound like we have bigger problems.
Yeah.
Come back later, then.
Do you guys
At worst,
get
we can
back
leave
on
a
the
sign
boat?
that says "Island of Greed, don't touch."
Guys. We should get back on the boat. Arya, would you mind walking and trying to find another island? Prefer that has trees on it, large trees. But yeah, Valeth, do you have Windwalk activated on you, or do you need it?
I'm Kadrith.
Kadrith?
Oh, sorry, Cadrith.
Cadrith does not, I assume.
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, because it's weird.
It's 8 hours.
DM.
It's been fine.
Probably knowing Kadrith.
Yeah, we all windwalked in.
But I think I told him to bring one of the rowboats, though. To the beach.
Yeah.
What happened to the book? Oh, okay.
I think fuck. Okay.
So it's not like laying there anymore? Okay,
not
good.
even remotely.
Good.
Nice.
Do we still?
Well,
Is the totem still active there? Is the totem still active of a difficult name?
Well, there is no, because we uncursed Spot, so.
Oh yeah.
There is no one else.
Spot's no longer cursed, and Valeth is no longer here.
Yeah. Okay. First things first. Let's get back to the boat. I don't want to be on this cursed island anymore.
Amano?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Do we all see this? Kadrith immediately readies his fist. He's like, what the fuck is that thing?
Oh, wait.
Don't attack it, don't attack it.
Aforementioned deck of many things, don't touch it, otherwise more bad things happen.
Right. It's one of the cards, don't worry about it. If it's not attacking us, it's fine.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm still a little worried about it.
We should be, but...
Just don't touch.
What?
Same. Samesies.
Yep.
Can I raise my hand like I'm asking a question? Oh boy.
It's just a messenger.
Oh, we know.
Well, Valeth did this of her own accord. We were against such a thing.
I didn't
Dead.
shit. Who's we? Great. Love that. Shut up, nerd.
Come and get us.
You're so fucking stupid. Alright, that's super duper fun, guys.
Could you quickly repeat the name of the avatar? Great, yeah. Okay, great.
Yo, no, Illican, that was, that's not Illican's god. It was Lise.
No, Illigan's god is the void. Yeah. I don't remember the name, but it's the void.
I don't either.
Illigan!
Okay, so that's super duper fun. Would somebody, can we
These are
just go
fun.
back to the boat, please?
Yeah, let's get off this island.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Arya, would you mind, windwalking and looking for an island with a large tree? I'm gonna go back to Blue and Black tomorrow. I think we both should, but yeah.
I can always contact Soraya remotely, Goran.
That's relatively limited communication. You have, what, 25 words to work with?
Yeah, consecutive. Just repeatedly.
Yeah. You have 4 of those castings per day, don't you?
Should have more.
Okay. Either way, it would be much easier to get an appraisal of the situation and avoid any confusion where we can explain and have a proper conversation. Consider how long it took to convince convince Kadrith of what happened. And yeah. Can you actually cast sending to Valeth?
I don't have her in my book. No.
Illican, do you have sending prepared?
Yeah.
Would you mind casting sending to Valeth and asking her location?
Not at all.
Sick. Everyone else, let's get back on the boat before anything else goes wrong today.
Just don't touch anything, don't step on a bug, just get back on the boat.
Yep.
Agree.
Okay. Also, Illican, out of an abundance of caution, you know how you had those ashes from that skeleton
Yes.
that you took from the island?
Yes.
Would you mind please leaving them here? I know that's not what you want to do. It's not what anyone wants to do. But we should be operating with an abundance of caution right now.
Oh, the ashes are fine.
I think it's a matter of they've already been quote unquote removed from the island.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they in a bag of holding or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They were also
Did-
uncursed.
Yeah, they're not
Okay.
cursed anymore.
That's what
As soon as I touched
made
the
that's
skeleton with
ashes.
the remove curse spell, it disintegrated. He disintegrated.
Awesome. We should probably go now. Excellent.
Really?
Fun.
Okay.
Was our crew mostly human last time around? Mostly elven. Fuck. Okay, excellent.
Wonderful.
They're also not elves. This is a problem. They're noticeable. They're more noticeable in Tyrrhenian.
We'll be fine.
Riley, out of character question. Tyrrhenian, is that a continent or is that a country in your canon? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if Tyrrhenian took up the entire continent or not. Okay.
Always at war. Mm.
Ah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Indirect conflict. Okay. So we got ourselves. This is interesting. This is super duper fun. Okay.
Are we on the island right now, or are we still on the boat? On the boat. I would say find some shelter on an island.
I think we should navigate to the island Arya found. If
Yeah,
we don't
exactly.
if we don't get to it by tomorrow, it's fine. Arya, do you know how to cast transportation via plants?
No.
You should know how to cast that.
Well, it's not
let-
like I don't have it right now.
No. You don't have it right now. Do you know how to cast it?
I believe so.
Awesome. We'll spend the night. Today's been a lot. Tomorrow, Arya, we have to go back to Blue and Black. We have to gather information. Kadrith, what do you know about the state of the war?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
There's like a million wars going on.
The one between the Alliance, the Western Alliance, and the Empire.
I don't know. I don't really keep up. But
We're participating in the... Okay, you know what? Fine. Hey, I'm gonna ask
that's
you a
me
what?
saying that I have no fucking clue out of character.
Yeah. Hey, Riley, what does Kadrith know about the war between the Alliance and Blue and Black? Or sorry,
Oh, nothing. I'm fine.
convincing.
The Lich is still dead, right?
Mhm.
Like-
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, it did seem to have a different phylactery this time around, so it might have another one, so it's not, like, dead, I don't think. Yeah. I'm gonna go check in with Caroline.
I'm fairly certain it's dead this time. Because it wouldn't bother making two phylacteries if it would just have to move both phylacteries to the next location for Plan C.
No, it could have phylacteries in multiple locations. They don't have to necessarily be together. It's considered it had a phylactery in the near Illigan's village.
Is there someone who can steer the ship to the island, or should I do it?
Yeah, would you mind taking care of that, Oxide? Just informing the crew and getting things together.
Yep. I'll start sailing to Aria.
I'm gonna go to Caroline, and I'm gonna just put my hand on her shoulder.
She's like not there.
Yeah.
She's not registering that you like interacted with her body at all.
That's okay. 'Kay, Caroline. Hey, Caroline. 'Kay, 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 Caroline. ' You able to hear me?
She just barely nods.
You wanna come take a seat with me over here? Would you mind? Okay. I'm gonna kind of take that as a yes. I'm gonna start walking her over.
She follows.
So this is kind of a whole new chapter in the trauma of Caroline. Yeah.
New book.
New book.
Yeah.
Caroline Trauma 2.0.
It's one of those create your own
Caroline
adventure
Trauma, the
stories, except you
series.
didn't like what you did, so you backpaged
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
To
a
create your
bad
own
Build-A-Bear.
adventure with trauma. Damn. Welcome to CPTSD, Karma. It's Karma. Caroline.
I'm playing a Telltale game and you forgot to save.
But yeah. Whole new chapter in the drama of Caroline. New book. I did get you to crack a smile for a second there. I saw it. What are you thinking, friend?
I don't know.
Lots of different thoughts.
I don't know what he knows, and I don't know.
I think it might be safe to assume we should not expect any more cursed islands for fun or otherwise in the near future.
Yeah. So,
So,
what do you say, Caroline?
who knows? We might just mess with the fabric of time again.
That's more of a veiled problem. Caroline, what were you saying?
Bad thing is, Bailiff made it our problem.
Yeah.
I don't know how it changes our past. What we experienced and did. Cadris, I killed you.
I was assuming he was not in the room at the moment. I was thinking Kadrith was just in his own quarters contemplating, because like he has a lot to think about too.
The existential crisis of apparently time change, and he has no idea how or why.
Wondering which one of his what of his memories are actually false, and like,
Is life even real?
am I even fucking real? I feel real.
Nothing's real anymore.
Time is just a flat circle.
Wibbly wobbly. Timey-wimey.
Stuff.
You know.
I mean,
I was literally thinking that. Oh my god, same brain thought.
yeah. But yeah, you killed Yadra. A couple times.
He doesn't know.
I guess the only downside is if Valeth wishes to be back on the island, then we might have to go get her again.
If Aelith wishes to be back on the island, she can stay there. We'll pick her up on the way back. Yeah. Caroline. But yeah, that's certainly unique.
That's one way of putting it.
It's a fucking lot. Okay.
I want to sleep.
Okay. Alright. Would you like me to walk you back to your quarters, or would you like to be?
I'll be fine.
Remember, it's okay to not be fine. You don't have to be okay. Not right now. Yeah.
Caroline is locking herself in the captain's quarters. And she's like kind of jamming the lock too so that no one can like pick it.
I can.
Alright.
Hey, look. I'm gonna look under the door. Is there a crack under the door? Just in case. Nice. Good to know.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I know to fill in that crack too?
You're hard enough.
How to be alone in Dungeons and Dragons. 15-step manual. I was going to try cast sending with my book to Elder Soraya. I can do that indefinitely if I just have the book and I write it down. They can then just think their response back. It doesn't say so. Okay, that's good to know. Yes, please. Yeah. But I'll share it with the group as well, so I'll just say it, saying it kind of depends on how many. Yeah. Yeah, but no limited amounts of subscribing. It's just Tom Riddle's diary, pretty much. And then just, yeah.
Epic.
So the question I had in my notes, let me just find that. I was going to ask Elder Soraya, we need a recap of Blue on Black's activities on the last 6 months, and take your bloody time. And I was going to have that, just spend my day trying to communicate with him, if he has the time.
Nice.
Say.
Can you let Elda know that we're coming?
Sure. I'll write it down again.
Excellent.
Like only you and Arya?
No one else can use transportation via plants. It's
Exactly.
a self-spell.
Yeah, so.
I'm also checking.
Well, what level is it?
Oh, excellent.
There you
I
go.
didn't
It's
know
like
that.
teleportation circle. Just yeah.
Well, you say oddly specific. It's anywhere in the world with a tree that
Yeah.
you've touched. That you've touched. Hold up.
So I mean, if you touch a tree and then dig up the tree and put the tree somewhere else, you can teleport to that tree's new location.
Yeah, but that would probably kill a tree. It also needs to be a tree large enough that
Yeah.
Well, then there's the matter of if you just get saplings, touch them because they're technically baby
you can't
trees,
step
plant
in.
them across the world, and then accelerate their growth.
Yeah, actually, that is a technically viable way to do it. But also, trees are pretty common. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, you have to go there first and touch the tree. I'm trying to circumnavigate that problem.
But you need to plant the tree, so you'll have been there anyway.
Not if you pay someone else to do it.
You could use a rare tree. There
We
are
need a
rare
boat tree.
trees.
That's what I'm getting out of this.
Okay. I have a question.
Now.
As to be next to the land.
Unless it's a mangrove.
No, mangroves don't count.
But I'll let Elder Soraya know. Yeah.
Pelican Trink.
I mean, you could just,
We got
We
bags
Put her
of
in a bag of
holding.
holding.
Someone become a monk and learn
no, I
jujitsu
was
so
like
we can just
thinking
hold
about
Illican.
the spell, the reduce. We could
Bags
just
of holding
reduce
have a
Illican.
size limit.
I think it
Yeah.
would be me.
Is Arya still using the wind stuff?
Wind stuff?
Windlock? Yeah, but
Yeah,
is
we're all
that
on the boat.
still active? Because then
Yeah, it's active for 8 hours.
surround
Is it
surround
not
the
the
island,
next-
maybe searching for a good tree. So we can
Yeah.
all walk and scavenge the whole fucking island, but it'll take a while. I'll let Elder
Yeah.
Soraya know that we're all coming. Just in case.
Awesome.
Children.
Excellent
Well,
choice of words there, Riley. Excellent choice of words.
With
this group-
I'll respond physically arriving. If that's the right.
We'll be back.
Tree.
You know how we can I
Just
okay,
reply
I have a
tree.
message for Elda. I have a message for Elda. You know how we said we'll be back? We're coming back. We'll be back in like 6 seconds. Give us a we just need to find a good tree.
Well,
No
we
further
have
explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just reply
just-
tree.
Yeah, I'll just
No
reply.
context,
just
just
reply
tree.
Just
Yeah,
I'll
and
just-
also Ashtroth can change her appearance anyways.
I'll just write down, look, and then 4, but the number 4, tree. Like, see how that comes in his mind. Is there a
I
tree
think
big
we
enough?
should just is there a tree big enough? Sick.
Okay, and we can remember this tree because we're leaving the crew, I believe.
I'm gonna mark that tree. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Oh, hey, so we didn't need a boat anyway, by the way.
No,
I
we didn't.
didn't realize that we would have access to the spell, so we could have just used this to go back to Tyrrhenian.
But also, like,
Actually, when we made, yeah, that is 100% true.
We could ask
Um,
the crew to just sail the ship back.
It's tree big enough.
hey, Riley,
you
Riley.
guys up. It's Goran's
No,
fault.
no.
I
Shut,
agree.
no. It is not my fault. You guys forced us to go as soon as possible. You literally gave me 20 minutes to like figure this out. Like, and then you guys fucked off. No. We were fucking forced. We were on a boat and gone. The end of that session.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No. I didn't get a chance. And then we were on a boat and we fucked off into the ocean. Where am I gonna find a tree in the ocean?
As we've found multiple
I could-
trees technically in the ocean.
It's
Which
on an
days is it back
island.
to Gradenport? DM?
Instantaneous.
Yeah, but with the boat.
With the boat. We can come back to the boat. We should probably take the boat back.
I know, but we have crew members. If we have
Yeah,
different...
no. We should
Also,
we
it's
should
my
probably
boat.
take the boat.
Among Us?
Yeah.
I'd ask
We'll
permission
figure
from
that
the
out.
master first.
Hey, guys. Details. We got bigger problems. Why are we fighting about the boat again?
I don't know.
We want
You
it back.
started it.
If we're not
We
using
want the
it,
boat.
I
We're
need it
keeping
back
the
in
boat.
We're
Gradenport.
gonna use the boat.
Hey.
Final say, we're using the boat.
Yeah, we're using the boat. We already committed to the plan. You have to keep the boat. Caroline would be pissed. She doesn't need to lose something else.
Okay, yeah. Good song.
Well, you know, Caroline heard that.
Caroline will remember this.
Caroline definitely will remember.
I don't think Caroline will ever forget this day.
The fuck is tree stride?
She's
Don't
trying
worry,
to-
Caroline. I have also been through traumatic events. If you need someone to talk to, I'm there.
You.
It's a-
gain
it's
the
a
ability
different
to-
traumatic event. But I understand
no.
trauma.
It's transportation via plants. Not Tree Stride. Tree Stride is only within 5 feet. It's more of a combat spell.
Okay, great. You
Because remember, it says within 500 feet.
Yep.
On D&D Beyond. Yeah.
there you go.
Same day shipping.
I
I'll
actually saw a
Um,
UPS truck earlier today.
I'll knock on everybody's door,
I mean,
telling them of the
it's
plan.
Norway. They have actual labor laws.
We're
No, you
joining
don't.
the strike against Tesla like in a couple weeks.
Hey.
Nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh god damn it.
Mm.
You failed as an artificer. Can't you just invent Tums?
Why don't you go ask her?
Artifact. Eh.
They also seem to be able to create
then-
unique ones. Like, you know, magic guns or constructs. Yeah, made by an artificer.
Still, just go. Just little pill
Anyway,
of chalk invented
I'll,
with fire resistance.
I'll instruct the crew to, yeah, kind of make camp here, take care of the ship. Do we want them to have like an onshore base camp as well? That a thing, or is the ship enough? Yeah, exactly. I was. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Caroline is still locked in her room.
I'll. Yeah, it was one's door, and Caroline last. Yeah, exactly.
Caroline
Yeah.
called dibs.
I'm
also her
literally
ship.
the captain of the ship.
Yeah, so you had eternal dibs.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I'll knock on Caroline's, on the captain's quarters. Let's say. Caroline,
Yes.
we're trying to return to Blue on Black. Speak on stuff that happened. Will you be joining us, or do you need some more time?
Do I have to?
It's all your choice. We don't want to push you, but right now. Though I believe you don't want to miss it.
I think I trust you to update me when you get back.
All right. Let me just check one thing.
I'm also gonna make sure Kadrith is coming with us.
Yeah. I'll message you when you know anything of importance.
Okay.
Keep you posted, okay?
Yeah.
Take your time. I'm gonna leave, making sure that Cadris comes with us as well, but I don't think.
I mean,
You
Kadrith
oppose the
was
idea.
outside earlier, so he's not like locked himself in his room.
No.
Yeah, we're
So
just
do
making
you agree with the idea of going back to blue on black too? Get the
Yeah,
story
I
straight.
guess.
Okay, great. Good to know.
I'm just gonna rock paper scissors with Arya to determine
Who's first?
who's casting
Well,
first.
Older parchment shears.
Fine. You told me to DM you.
loser cast.
Loser cast.
There you
Nice.
go.
I cast.
All right. Let's run, people. We got 6 seconds. Move.
Touches the tree.
Should
It
be
is
blue
the
on
tree
black.
outside of blue and black. Get one. Yeah.
Zelen, as a PTSD from the previous teleportation attempts, immediately ducks and covers. Oh, okay. All well. Dusts himself off. Anyway,
You good?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay, great.
Magic bullshit. We can use trees to go to other trees. It's fun. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's probably for the best.
Nice. Where is Zelda? Nice. We beelined.
I'll try.
Nice. Is it in? Nice. And this is within the walls of the keep. I touched the
What's
tree.
the tree?
So
What's up with the tree? Why is everybody?
you can
staring at it?
see that that was supposed to be a statue, right? Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Oh,
Wyld Cast wish.
already.
How do you know?
Scale of 1 to 10, about how fucked are we?
Okay, what were you saying, Riley? Deck of many things. Yeah.
Correct.
Illican cast sending on Valeth. Where is she?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for that moment,
Yeah.
and then it was completely forgotten about.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I cast it.
there you go.
What did you say?
Where are you? This is Illican,
Vale-
if you forgot.
And Kadrith is
Friend
alive.
of Kadrith.
Hey, Riley.
And Kadrith is here. Please reply. End of message. Okay. Bailiff is going to be coming to us. It's okay. We're good.
Allegedly.
We
She
just gotta
also
wait.
doesn't know where we are. Would you mind casting that again and
No.
telling her?
I'm pretty sure she knows where we are.
We were
She
on a
sounded confident
deserted
in her
island.
answer.
We
Yeah, but
were on a
Valeth could,
deserted.
but Valeth could know the memories we have as well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
So,
One of my friends is watching the stream and they can't hear you. No.
Hey, I fixed it. Tell your friend I said thank you. Yeah, that's something you should interrupt me for, please. God damn it.
Arya tried. Was overpowered. I'm sorry.
Like, that's an urgent one. Fucking be like, no, it's important, please. Next time, though, just know that you can interrupt me for something major like that. Alright. Well, we're back.
we're back. This is the Wyld Cast, penis, everything that
Yeah.
maybe wasn't recorded.
She couldn't hear Riley.
Because
Okay,
it
let's
because it
restart
wasn't
the entire session.
from the top. No. Because you couldn't hear me earlier, go check out Slipstream for some good tracks, and then
Yes.
go check out Tabletop Audio because there's some really good ambient sounds there and other music, and that's currently what you're listening to now. Okay, cool. Bye. Also,
Elda,
Elda.
Elda.
what happened to Blue on Black the last 6 months? What?
I don't know. I've not been here the last 6 months. But from what Nayavara tells me, a lot of everything that she had told me before, as a general recap, happened. We know a little more information about some of their whereabouts, but that's about it. Nothing new. Nothing to worry about so far.
I have something to worry about for you. Hey, so when we were on the island, one of the cards created an avatar of death. The avatar of death then turned into, what was the god's name again, Riley?
Gracia, the goddess of death. She was an
Gracia.
avatar of death.
Yeah, so Gracia took over the avatar of death, unhooded herself, told us we were the enemy of the gods, and then fucked off.
I'm gonna stop you right there. There's something I need to tell you.
Okay.
That, given that threat, is more pertinent information now than ever. When I was exiled, I was thrown out into a sea of nothing, cast beyond the void. Someone found me. She took me to another plane, and together we helped a bunch of people. I've made a lot of friends, and I've lost a couple of them. I lost her. But before she was consumed, she gave me her spark to travel. She was something called a Voidwalker. And we found one of Veer's hideouts. Some of the gods are suspicious of me, and think that I'm the otherworldly threat in their world. I'm not. It's Veer. But Veer isn't here, nor can he be perceived when he is. Hence why I wanted to hide as much as possible. The gods found me the moment I arrived onto this plane, which is part of the reason it took me so long to find you. Before I could arrive in the Arctic wastes, they confronted me. It's pretty weird. Meeting the gods in person. It's intimidating. 8 of them. I know more now than I should know. And I'm still trying to figure out why.
Well, Greg, you mentioned that we're warned because we dabbled with the balance of life and death.
The Deck of Many Things is not an item from this world. It's an item from another, brought here, I assume, by Veer.
Gotcha.
Where did you find the Deck of Many Things?
I look around the group.
Dragon. Yeah, in the dragon's cave, right?
Yes. So then Veer may not have even known it was brought over in the first place. I had a suspicion when I arrived there that, given the dragon's name was that of the mountain, from what you had told us, and from what I'd been able to gather from people that I had spoken to, it wasn't that it was the dragon had called itself that, but the mountain was a lot older, I feel as though Vir brought the dragon here, as well as the Vidalcan.
It's me.
No, you are Warforged, created
Oh,
by
right.
them.
Right, fuck, I forget.
But you do speak that language. See, there you go.
I do.
It's just a theory right now, but I'm hoping to confirm it sooner rather than. I'm gonna mute that. I'm hoping to confirm it sooner rather than later. Perhaps I should pay the gods another visit.
You can just do that so easily.
It's not easy,
Oh.
and they have to be welcoming. But as of late, given all I've told them from what I know, they're a little more willing to speak to me now than they are willing to trust me.
It's a start.
It's more than that. I was actually not planning on telling you this. But there's a reason I couldn't find this world when I had initially been exiled from it. This plane is protected by the gods. They warded this plane. They had different ideas for how to do it, but warding this plane away from the void is what kept other voidwalkers from finding it. And yet somehow Vir did. I don't know how yet. And they were curious as to how I found it. And they know that the presence of a Voidwalker spark threatens the entire plane.
Right.
Eliminating the barrier from the wastes helped protect this plane. But so long as I'm here with this spark, I threaten it farther. The gods granted me time to find the threat known as Vir and deal with him. And if I could prove to them that I had dealt with him, they would not destroy me, but instead allow me to leave, never to return. When this is all over, I will leave again. And this will be the last you see me. Or at least, then.
How much time do you have left?
Until Vir is defeated.
But I would say that the gods aren't patient. Is there a clock ticking?
They're less patient now than they ever have been. And while no, there is not a literal clock ticking, the gods are always watching me. So they know what I speak to you. And even still, there's more I cannot say. But know that when we find Vir, once he's dealt with, I'll have to leave.
But not die, right?
Assuming I don't die. No. I feel I'll continue what I was doing before I returned here. Traveling between different planes, helping everyone that I can.
Suits you.
I feel it only right to protect my home. But that's not for some time. We don't need to worry right now.
Thank you for sharing what you can.
Fear's disappearance as well gave us an opportunity to tie up any loose ends. I theorized that he's not on this plane, and yet I still sense the presence of something else otherworldly. And if it's what allows him to return, then we defeat him. But we have to push this war back as far as possible. While I'm here, I can ensure we do that. And while I'm here, I suggest the rest of you to tie up any loose ends you have. Finding family members. Paying back any debts. Everything. I need you all at your best for when this fight happens. I know he's going to return.
But we'll be ready.
You'd better be. That's an order.
Sir.
He steps back and looks back at the tree. Looks back at Kadrith. We had a statue of you right here.
Yeah.
And the inside of this was more of a training grounds as opposed to a menagerie of plants.
Interesting.
We're constructing a training grounds outside, but I don't know. I like the greenery better. Suppose I have your existence to thank for that.
I'll take all the credit, yeah.
Welcome back, Kadrith.
Good to be here.
And somebody tell Caroline to keep an eye on... I was gonna say Asher. If Kadrith's alive, there's no telling what he's going to plan.
Yeah. You were one of his possessions. Gods don't take lightly to having them taken away.
But you met Asher. You said 8 gods.
Yes. I'm certain all 9 were there. I just never saw the God of Balance.
Mm-hmm. Well, he must be pissed right now.
I wouldn't know. Probably. But I know that the Goddess of Death is one of the few that don't trust me. Which explains the threat.
Yeah.
Suppose I should talk with them.
She said we were the enemy of the gods. Plural.
And Voidwalkers typically are.
She said blue and black was.
But she also said that we had a representative. And now we know that's you.
Like I said, so long as I remain here, I'm a threat to the gods. And this plane's safety. I can't tell you exactly why, but just know that there are some gods advocating for me, or at least are willing to trust me. And in the meantime, when I prove them right, I don't know. It would be nice to have proved a god wrong, though.
Power to the people.
I know how that feels.
Alright.
If there's nothing else, I do have some business I need to attend to.
I understand.
Good luck out there. And watch after one another.
We'll try.
And Elder Soraya turns and leaves.
I'll look at Kadrith and... How you feeling, bud?
Strange. Really fucking strange. It's a weird feeling, you know, that I died, and I can't even remember it. You know, that seems like something that would stick out in your memory, and yet...
I mean, technically, from your perspective, you never died, so...
I never died.
Yeah.
But the me that you guys knew died. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Yep.
buried him right over there.
Bad spot.
It looked better when I was there.
Well, since
Are we
you
allowed
read
to
my
dig up the
will,
body now?
I'll just go ahead and say I requested to
body?
be buried on a mountain. Just saying. Just saying.
Let's hope there won't be a next time, but
You gotta die someday.
someday.
Hey, you're the only
You
guy
don't
here
be
who
the
died
dead
twice.
last.
Well, I'll
Three
try not
times
to
if
make
you
it a hat trick.
three times if you count the time when Caroline stabbed you in the chest.
Oh. So I already
See?
have made it a hat
Full board.
trick. Okay.
Do you
kinda.
remember during the ceremony?
You died.
Yeah. She had to stab you in the chest.
Well, there was your death, your spiritual death, and then you'd probably do that twice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You might even get to 4.
You might even get to 4, yeah.
Just go for the high score.
But there's
Yeah.
also the
The
concept.
new record of deaths.
There's also a concept where you die 3 times, or 2 times, I believe. First time is when your body dies. Second time is when your name is spoken last time.
Yeah, so you might even get to 5.
There's like a psychological concept called an ego death. I might get to 6.
Yeah. I mean, ego deaths happen multiple times because of drugs, but you know.
I should do some drugs.
I feel like we all need to at this point.
Oh, if I hadn't
I've-
quit drinking,
Fucking Zalon, what happened to our dealer?
He moved.
He moved.
Good answer.
So he died.
No,
He's not dead.
he's not dead. He moved.
He moved.
so he's dead.
I need to go back.
No, he's alive.
Moved
He
to
just
heaven.
moved
Moved
location.
to the afterlife.
No,
Moved to the bottom of the ocean.
no.
Moved
At
to
worst,
tiny
he
to the
moved
bottom
to
of the
jail.
ocean in a bag.
bottom of the lake.
What?
Moved into different pieces.
No. I can guarantee that he is alive.
So, does anyone have any things they need to do here?
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna go
yeah.
get Sorry.
Actually, I do have a question, I think. Kadrith,
Shoot.
what do you remember happened to Rebrel or Conrad or whatever?
We killed him, and then he came back, and I kind of wanted to kill him again, but you guys weren't down for the idea, so I didn't. That's what I remember.
Understandable.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
that fits the-
Understandable.
I'm going to I'm so fucking sorry. Forgotten our gnome's name.
Peterson?
Peterson. Yes. I'm sorry today.
He has several names. Just pick
Peterson
one.
would hate that you called
Peterson.
him that. Or no.
Hey. Okay. No, that's a racial stereotype. Let's not go into there.
You're the one that said it.
No. I was gonna say something else. Nah. I was a racial stereotype of gnomes. I'm gonna choose not to.
Digging a hole here.
It's fine. Worry about it. Go grab Peterson. I'm just gonna go over and say, hey Peterson.
What?
We're going to Tyranian. You wanna come with us?
No. Y'all already asked me
The
that.
vault. No. The vault. Remember? You have the key. It was on Tyranian.
I have
No
other
balls, you won't do it.
projects, but fine. And he grabs the fucking vault key and since you insist, and he's already out the door.
Well, that didn't take much convincing.
Oh, great.
Didn't take much convincing at all. Well, hey, if you need to come back here,
I'm already on the way.
Never mind. Nice. If you
there's
need to, hey, courtyard. We're using a tree.
He's out with the rest of your group. He's just following you guys.
Nice.
That'll work.
We can use the same tree where the statue was.
Yeah.
But I think this doesn't really change anything.
Well, that
except
tree's
for-
not really big enough yet. You'd still have to go back out to the one.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Give it time. It'll get there.
Yeah, okay.
It'll
on the
only be a
way-
decade or two.
On the way back, I'll just scribble in my book to Caroline that Elda is being prosecuted by the gods, pretty much, and is pushing, and they are pushing Elda to defeat Barakovir to prove that he is the
25 words.
biggest threat. Well, that's
We should
25
probably-
words, pretty much. Just waiting for a response from Caroline.
I see.
Great. Continue. After defeat of Barakovir, Elda must leave as a Voidwalker. I think I have
Okay,
it-
maybe that's not news we should break over a text.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
What's a text?
You know, like the
Overscribed.
text in the book.
Overscribed.
words.
I think he just said over text as he's like writing it out.
Yeah.
He's just writing out text.
I don't know. Does Kadrith know about this book?
Almost
Because
certainly.
I know
I
I
mean-
only found out about this out of character today.
Well, The book we used the book in when we were in the waste.
Yeah, it was the book that Oxide was able to communicate with Elda Soraya outside of the plane with.
Interesting.
But probably not as comically and communicative. But yeah, well, I'll stop scribbling. Scratch everything through.
Yeah, you get like
well,
you hear in the back of your mind, Caroline, just static.
yeah. And I'll write again.
I think back. Shut up.
Ow. We'll be back in a bit.
You just have tinnitus.
The book just gave you tinnitus.
Yeah, but I only see the scribble.
In
so
this
that's good.
moment.
No, it gave Caroline tinnitus is what
Yeah,
happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll just write down. We'll be back in a bit.
BRB.
Nah, hey. I'm still
Wait,
learning
tinnitus or tetanus?
Tinnitus.
Tinnitus.
Okay,
tennis.
just
Like
just
the
double
In
sport.
check.
Norwegian, tinnitus.
Yeah. Tetanus is the one with metal.
It's the rust.
Yeah.
Great information.
Oh, I was just double checking to make sure that it was the correct T confliction.
Well, yeah,
Because
because
tinnitus is of the ear.
yeah, that's what we're talking about. Anyway,
Aria,
Thank you for confirming it for me.
tree portal. Meow.
Okay.
I believe it's my turn. Actually, no, it's ours. Remember?
Oh, yeah, no, it's Aria's turn. You lost the rock, paper, scissors. Or parchment, boulder, shears.
was there anything anybody else wanted to do while they were here?
Valid. Do we already have cannons on blue and black? Or is that still a work in progress?
Cannons?
Cannons. Blasting.
Pew pews.
Like on the
Unit.
right? I know what a
On the-
cannon
on the keep.
is. On the keep?
On the keep.
Probably not. No, because they're working on like trebuchets and shit.
For fuck's sake.
They
Okay, I'll
they
leave
might
them.
add cannons, but like they're still building the like bottom layers.
Forget we're in
Should
medieval
be
times.
incorporated in the
It
wall.
takes time.
Okay, great. Good to know. I'll press them on.
Nice. Are we back on the boat now?
Yeah. Oh, if there's nothing else anybody else wanted to do while they were here, then Arya can cast the transport via plant on the tree you guys arrived on, and then you make it back to the island.
Actually, maybe I do want to do something.
What you got?
Can I try to find Conrad?
Yeah. He's in the war room with Naivarda.
Oh, what are they doing?
Currently working out battle plans against the Empire. Right now, Conrad is in the middle of, like, trying to point out specific places where the Empire deems, like, key interests. Arya? How's it going?
Oh, can I go with them?
Sure.
You know, things are kind of fucked right now, but it'll be okay, I think. Magic bullshit.
That's a sentiment, yes. I can get behind her. You alright?
Cadrith's back.
Yeah. And...
I'm just gonna saturate the
excuse us, Naivara. We'll be back in just a moment. And then he, like, pulls you guys outside. So, what happened exactly? What is going on?
It's complicated, but...
Yeah, complicated, I'm aware. I have two memories of being killed. One by Illic and the other by Cadrith. What's going on?
Yeah. Do you remember somebody named
No.
Okay.
Not even directly.
Well...
But you do remember the deck of many, right?
The deck of many things.
We've asked you about it.
He tries really hard to recall the information. Something's off, I know that, but I don't...
Look, the very simple solution... Okay, I'm gonna... This is gonna be a lot of information all at once. Yeah, you remember the time Illican killed you?
Yes.
Yeah, Cadrith died then. Just before that. He was dead. We buried him. We put him in the ground. It was a beautiful funeral. We met somebody named Valith. We found the deck of many things. Valith, skipping over a lot that happened during the Arctic Waste campaign. Yeah.
Right.
Valith got the ability to cast Wish. Valith wished to have Cadrith brought back to life. And the world line shifted.
I understand a little more now.
You'll have a million questions.
I feel as though you're asking questions, though. Or at least are trying to ask me questions, and I can only give you half answers to. I do know a little bit. Two memories. Does Cadrith remember the death?
No.
And where is Valith?
Gone.
Like dead?
No, just somewhere in.
She fucked off into a different.
How her timeline
plane-
would have
different
run
place in the world.
if we didn't
Yeah.
met her.
Two
He's
memories,
coming
one
to us,
timeline.
though.
She said she'll find us.
I feel as though I understand a little more. So, imagine this, for example, for just a general example. There is only one timeline that you're traveling across, and everything you do happens, and that's as it goes, it happens, right? Now imagine that something alters everything that happened beforehand. So now some other things have to take place to kind of change the trajectory of that. Well, imagine something has to recreate that timeline, bringing up to the point where it builds into ours and replaces certain events. It's as though some things don't ever happen, and some things that are guaranteed to happen differently or happen in the exact same manner. The point being, there can only be one timeline, and thus 2 memories, 2 deaths, 1 life.
Valid.
Yeah, it can be one. Dude, causality is a complicated bitch, especially when you fuck with it with magic.
Yeah, no kidding.
Especially a spell as fickle as. But shifting the world line, shifting our world experience is an interesting thing to happen.
Additionally, Yep, that's not the word. I am unsure of what exactly changed. All I know is some people's perceptions have changed. I know that my perception remains the same, but I have some gaps, like some things just don't make sense, and I suspect that in certain people's minds they may feel the same, especially those that experience the deck with you, with us.
I have a question.
If the deck didn't exist. What's up?
This is a question for you, Riley.
Sorry.
It's okay. What happened to the kid that Valeth brought into existence through the deck of many things? Fuck off?
You don't know.
Or
You don't know.
she's not with us.
She's not with you.
She's not my problem. Nice.
You say it like
It's
she was ever
Valeth's
really your
companion.
problem?
Yeah, she's kind of our problem. She's a level 4 character. She's a child as well. You know, kind of problem.
Level 4 character's not a child, but okay.
But it
She
was
is in comparison
It was
to.
a younger.
She's a younger version of Valeth, right? A much younger version of Valeth.
Much younger, no. Slightly younger, yeah.
Okay.
Like by about 200 years.
Okay.
You said something about the gods once. What was it?
Darling, you're gonna have to be more specific than that.
That was quite a while ago.
I've mentioned that the gods are oddly specific. I've mentioned the gods are strange. I've mentioned that some gods don't seem to exist beyond a certain period of time, but suddenly appear in vast quantities or vast beliefs. I've mentioned that this plane might be fake. I've mentioned that the gods may have created this plane. There's a lot that I've mentioned. I don't...
I believe Arya might be talking about the isolation of the world from the other planes, the relative space between them.
Right. So, referring to... So, Barack Ovir had a number of contingencies he had to set up. When he walked to this plane, as he put it, he found it interesting in the way that it was so void of culture in certain places, and so he decided to add his influence into many different spaces. More importantly, though, he needed a way back to the plane, as the plane itself was oddly resistant or resilient to his spark, in a way. And thus, he took over the Arctic wastes, created a contraption which would would have allowed him to come back through natural means. And then he There's a lot he didn't tell me. What else?
I kind of got nothing.
I mentioned that I don't really know which gods, if either sets are real or fake, or if any of them are fake. I, suspect, though, that that's the case. If I come up with something, I'll be sure to write it down the next time I see you.
Okay, thanks.
I'm sorry, I have nothing.
How are the war plans going?
Relatively well. The Empire won't know what hit them. Though, I suspect they might believe they have a mole. If we're lucky, they'll think it's Sabathu.
Well, I guess we'll go now. Good luck.
Good luck to you as well. You all seem to be going through a lot. And good
yeah.
luck to Kadrith, I guess? I don't know, I remember him well. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I can't help.
It's okay. I don't think anybody can help us now. Oh, just a little warning, by the way. We're the... I forgot her name again. The god of death. The avatar of death.
Grakia?
Grakia. Yeah, Grakia said we're the enemy of the gods. Have fun, bye. I leave.
He just kind of sits
I
there
think
and thinks
everyone
for a
will
minute. Okay. And he turns and goes back to the war room.
Worry about it.
He won't.
Can I religion check to what I know about Grakia?
You know very little, just offhand. You know that she's the goddess of death. You know that typically she's the one that ushers souls to the afterlife. Or at least that's what it is. That's what her duty is throughout, you know, through other religious beliefs. But other than that, you know that she is not the one who causes death. She's typically the one who, essentially guides the death. Or guides the dead. As well as protects them. It's part of the reason that revival spells don't have a guarantee behind them, because the spells themselves are not only persuading a soul to come back, but to persuade the gods to allow the souls another chance.
So, the dead people have met Grakia. Do
Potentially.
they, like, remember? They won't remember if they're, like, reincarnated, right?
You don't know.
Where do the gods congregate? Like, where are they?
That's something else you have no idea about.
Damn. The world is so vast. Well, I'm gonna go back to wherever we were.
Okay. With that, you all have your errands run, a Peterson added to your party, and a portal as cast by Arya, which is a much kinder interpretation of manipulating a tree to open up and allowing you all to pass on to another place. Though Arya's is more of like witnessing the elements shift within the tree, and Goran's powers are more of a forceful breaking of the tree. It's a
Forceful
really...
fuck off.
I feel like that wouldn't be Oren's thing with this.
It kind of is. Like, you yourself are not forceful, but the magic itself that you're wielding is magic that's altered by a blood curse. One that's pretty ravenous. And so yours is a lot
Okay,
of,
I
like,
can-
magic of decay and cracking and, like, it's more of a forceful magic, as that's what you would have learned through any kind of druidic teaching in your own home. Whereas Arya's is a manipulation of the elements.
Takes the out to dinner first.
I feel like we have different interpretations for what the druidic circles would be back in my home. I think we should probably talk about this stuff.
Well, there are circles. Well, there's circles of land, which are like the studies of those specific like lands, and guardians of those types of terrain, essentially. Which is what you were initially studying, though your own magic was altered and shifted by adapting a more like a self-focused circle that allowed you to control the blood curse within. Blood magic is technically what you do, but it's not like actual blood magic. You utilize your teachings from the druidic circles instead of using blood magic. But lycanthropy on itself is blood magic, so you do have a sense of that. Blood magic as well is naturally just a forceful kind of magic, and so your newer spells, without the teaching of the circles, tend to drive more from the, I would say, corrupted side, but it's not literal corruption. You have full control.
It's not as kind.
Yeah, the effect is it's not as kind, and it's more of a like dominating magic, as opposed to Arya's, which is a magic that manipulates the elements within, like allowing a tree to swell and then open up through like the alteration of its life, while you can step between it and then it reshapes and reforms.
Yeah, my thought process was that it was just Goran was finding balance within himself.
Yeah.
I think that's just split hairs. Doesn't matter.
It's all narrative anyway. More importantly, though, Goran is finding balance. That's the key word. That's the ending of that word is ing. You have not found it yet.
Great. Ship.
Ship. You're back on the island from before, and the ship is not so far off in the distance. It's easy enough to make your way over and reboard your vessel.
Oh, can I at some point just catch Peterson up on whatever the fuck happened?
You can certainly try.
I don't think
Nice.
that's too pressing of a matter right now.
We have time. We're on a boat for weeks.
We have time, but I don't think it really matters.
He knows who Kadrith is. He's also the one who fixed Spot, not Valeth.
Yeah, I think it's important for Peterson to know exactly what the fuck happened. But I also don't want to have the same conversation for the fourth time today.
Yeah, it's a lot of like Peterson not really listening because he thinks that you might have gone crazy. Peterson doesn't care. He cares about the vault.
Good to know.
Excellent.
Peterson was never close to Valeth, and Peterson was never close to Kadrith. Like, you've effectively, it's like, oh, cool, green is now blue, move on.
Nice.
He doesn't care.
Swap the person he gives no shits about with another person he gives little shits about.
Yep. What time of day is it? Is it still time for sailing?
You have some time to sail.
Yeah.
It's the 25th hour of the day.
I'll start setting sail then.
All right.
At least wrap
Easy
the
enough
day.
to do. As you are all like, time has passed. It's at this point, after waking up in the morning, it would have been after all your stuff is done, probably just after midday. So the sun is like still high in the sky, but it's setting.
Yep.
And you begin to set sail. As your journey continues throughout the oops, let me swap that. There we go. As your journey continues and the boat kind of just rocking back and forth across the waters. A little rough from the storm before, but still easy enough to traverse. You find yourselves nearing the end of your journey as the sun hits the horizon off in the distance. But before you, with the daylight still present, you see land. Off in that forward way direction. I know somebody mentioned something about being discreet. What's the plan?
I'll ask Goran.
So, so there are many things that we need to be mindful of. First off, everybody knows it should be fairly easy to determine that if Blue and Black is back in Tyrrhenian, I'm back in Tyrrhenian. So we need to do our best to avoid being seen as Blue and Black. Simple.
Okay. Simple.
But Tyrrhenian is also a land mostly comprised of elves. It's like the Arctic wastes. We stand out like sore thumbs.
I can become a small elf.
That's a gnome.
Wild.
That's a gnome. So my suggestion here, we have the boat sail around out here. Leave them with a little bit of money so they can resupply if they need. But we use Windwalk to get to the land.
And the crew?
And then we do our best to avoid the cities. Has anyone met Adros before?
Yeah. Campaign 1 has.
Oxide, did you meet Adros?
No.
I haven't been here for 2.5 years, so.
I don't
Riley?
think so.
No, your campaign 2.
It was campaign 1.
It was only campaign
Okay,
1 that
I
got
don't
the
know
name.
who was in each
I
campaign,
don't
except
know if
At the
Cadris
time, it was Caroline, Spot, and Starry only.
I was gonna say I don't
Yeah.
remember who this is.
It's
Yeah,
from the Argmont tribes.
so while I feel like I know the man, strangely, shut. Hey, look, give me these funny little third ball breaks every now and again. Come on. But yeah, while I feel like I know the man, we still don't know where precisely he. We could ask the Urkmont tribe. Actually, can we ask? Can one of you two cast sending to, or the Urkmont tribe, and tribe leader? I'm sorry, I forget her name.
Well, it's a guy. It's Church. But you're probably thinking about Chantel, because that's who, we talk to the most. She's cool.
But
Yeah.
we had a destination, right?
Yeah. Well,
had
our
Not
goal
really.
is to.
No?
So
It was just
Yeah.
Tyrian.
yeah, it was Tyrrhenian. As you can imagine, I have some unfinished business. If at all possible, I would like to I don't know if the goal is to free my sisters or overthrow my dad or what. I haven't really had very much time to think about it. As you can imagine, a lot has happened.
Yep.
I would like to at least let them know that I'm okay. I've not met them for well over 25 years now. Feels like... I know it's just 25 years, but...
Just 25 years.
Well,
It's a time.
that's a time. I have good news, though. I did spend about... just a decade working for the Thieves Guild. And about a decade and a half with the Druids. We have resources available to us. I think the best goal would be to make contact with either. I think the druids would be more inclined to be welcoming. At least to myself. Thieves Guild might be hit or miss. They do owe
They
me
have
a few
connections,
favors.
though.
Yeah, they have
Adros?
connections.
Adros would probably contact the Thieves Guild.
Adros, yeah. I think the druids are probably the first.
Yeah, I think we need at least a base or a place of recollection.
Yeah. Give me 1 quick second.
Sure.
That was a very quick second.
Yeah,
Make it faster.
Discord does weird things sometimes with my mic.
Yeah, if you say so.
Yeah.
I think we need to land first before we dive deeper.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
And we have to go to the vault.
Could you
The
enlighten
vault of the
me?
prison of time.
Well,
That was
that's a
the timing.
different
No.
vault. That's a different
That's
vault.
different.
That's
Well-
the wall in Kylen-Jaal.
The vault in okay. What's the vault in?
I don't
I-
know.
Peterson shrugs.
The vault of the. Okay,
Of the
vault of the
subterranean.
potentially good loot.
Okay. But
Yeah,
why
I have
did-
to actually be there and survey the site. I don't fucking know.
Gotcha. It is the vault of the tomfoolery.
The vault of dumb
the-
fuckery. Yeah, that's the one.
The vault of fuck around and find out.
Well, we're fitting to do both.
Why
The
do we
vault
need
of there's something in there.
Vault
Maybe.
of multitude.
It's theorized that there may not be anything in most of them.
Might be
Just
something
assault.
cool.
Nah, it'll be fine.
But
It's the worst that could happen.
We all
um,
die. Or worse, we all get imprisoned by the vault of the prison of time. But I guess that one can't happen anymore, so.
One more thing. Like I said earlier, we need to keep the blue on black profile low. For me, that's going to be. I'm
Gotcha.
going to be
From now on, we are the red on white.
red on white. Yeah.
For the
The
Templar.
more
We're
suspect
Norway.
We are Japan.
Boy.
All right.
And I assume we're having this conversation like a day ahead of time.
You're probably having this conversation like right now while you're like far the fuck off away from this land.
Yeah.
Okay.
What should we do with the crew? Should they just dock, pay for it,
We
trade, be
Tell
undercover?
them to fetal position till we get back.
the crew needs to stay
Oh.
off the coast as much as possible.
But how long do you think we'll stay here? I think it'll be a while.
That's why I'm saying as much as possible. I know that staying they will I look over at the crew, you will have to berth at some point. Or sorry, dock at one point. It's called a berth. No, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Never mind.
Yeah, you are.
I'm fucking
We believe in you, Goran.
believe in
I
me.
didn't know that our crew was pregnant. Like, collectively.
You see one of
Okay,
the dwarves?
a berth-
Congratulations!
So a
Shut the
berth
fuck
on
up.
a boat is a bed. You will have to go into port at one point, but try to keep that time to an absolute minimum. This boat is known to be owned by, well, the Empire, but we've repainted it. It was Caroline's before, and is now again.
No one knows, right?
There was Pirate, and there was me, then there was the Empire, cause
Yeah.
fucking couples.
Yeah, we killed the hubby.
And then there's me again.
It's so here's the thing. My father has a hell of an intelligence network. That's the reason we had to go through Avarius to find the crew. They have to be trustworthy.
Yep.
We should be operating with the assumption that we are already compromised. That they know we're going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the good things about the fact that we just fucked off as fast as we did is don't think anybody could predict that we were going to go back to Terranian.
Does Tyrannian have pirates as well?
Probably, yeah. I mean, not based there as far as I understand, but yeah.
How about we find a docking site of mischievous intent, unlawful.
What is the port that is the furthest away from wherever you lived when you were here?
Riley?
Well, that'd be the other country.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. Not welcome there either. I'm actually probably going to be just imprisoned on site if I get seen there. For
You have a great
versus
track record.
execution.
Yeah.
Why are
Um,
you like this?
Hey, so we've been over... Okay, actually, Caroline, have we been over this with you?
What?
Okay, fine. Why I'm not allowed in Trinian anymore. Well, at least by the government. Okay, good. Who doesn't know why I'm not allowed to be in Trinian
Like
anymore?
everyone.
Okay, excellent.
Speech.
Nice. This is more... I'm gonna look at the group. Would you mind giving us a second? This is a bit more of a private conversation.
We could go to the captain's quarters as well.
Yeah. Now, I assume we're meeting in the captain's quarters.
Sure.
It's covered in roses.
Excellent.
Like the entire room it's just roses in like every color. Most of them are blue. Like different nuances of blue, but like it's covered. There's roses everywhere.
Excellent. Actually,
Interesting.
is it like actual roses?
Yeah. Some of them are like starting to die, but yeah. Like you can tell that there's like it looks like there's like ash some places. And then there's like fresher roses on top of those. But yeah.
Are there any that are yellow? Yellow roses are a thing, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me.
Well, yellows mean friendship in like the language of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
And we all know friendship is magic. I wish we had been here for that one.
I'm gonna assume there is one. I'm gonna pick it.
sure.
So I
thanks,
just
you.
like mutter under my breath. Her favorite.
Come on, buddy, spit it out.
So back in Terranian, I was a noble. My father was particularly cunning and working his way up to being a high noble. I was a pawn in that plan. I just so happened to meet somebody who I fell in love with. And she fell in love with me too. Had a lot of that story out. We grew incredibly close, incredibly fast. The nights we spent just staying up and chatting or talking about books we'd read or plays we'd watched, or oh hey, you had to look at this scene or that scene, or you know, it was wonderful. But sadly, all good things have to come to an end. And this was a particularly brutal end. She was murdered by one of my sisters. I was the one who found the body. I didn't know it was my sister. until she gloated about it to my father, and I overheard. And as you can imagine, being a designated pawn in one of these situations, I was taught many a lesson. I didn't take to any of them particularly well. I'm not very cunning, I'm not very sly. I can talk, or I can speak pretty well, most of the time. And yeah, I put my foot in my mouth. Quite a bit. So I didn't take to that lesson well either. But my father wanted to turn me into a killer. Somebody who would kill without thought. He wanted me to be merciless, and that's just not something I am. At least I wasn't. As you can imagine, the whole experience kind of broke me. And
I relate.
That night, I killed my sister. And I fled. I ended up joining a druid circle. And trying to find peace. And then I ventured off and started working for one of the thieves' guilds in the land. They were wary of me at first. Everyone has a dark history, but I was particularly notorious at that point. That I spent about a decade working for them. And then I ended up being found out and having to flee to Kylen-Jaal. And that's how I met you all. Actually, I think one of the... yes?
You said you were banned in both countries?
Well, the other country is more of a conjecture. Being a noble from Tyrrhenian, I am probably a good political pawn.
So it's more of a shouldn't.
More of a shouldn't. But we also have very minimal resources in, what was the name of the other country, Riley?
Get back to me on that.
Okay.
Insert name here.
Insert name here.
The great land of insert Namir.
Do
You know what? Devil Eye. It's another name from one of my things. I'll get it back to you on that. Okay. Let's call it Devil Eye for now.
I'm gonna call it Greg.
Call it Greg. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Yeah, it's more conjecture. They would want... They're probably a good ally in this fight to some extent, but from what I know of the country, they may not be quite as welcoming as the Resistance was in the Arctic Wastes. At least wary of us. I don't think toppling a government here is going to be a viable alternative.
Gotta keep it new.
Gotta keep it fresh. New ideas.
Oh, and if I
Originality.
was to take my father for who he is, he's probably lied about the fact that, he probably lied and said that I was the one who killed my fiancée.
All right.
So yeah, fun times.
So as far as like level of acceptable collateral damage, what are we looking at as far as percentage?
Minimal. Ideally, we don't exactly have the power to cover things up.
Gotcha. Keep
That
it on the
being
low
said,
side.
we have faced off against people from Tyrannian before. Some of my father's men. What was that caster's name? Syra?
Yes.
Yeah. Syra is a recurring character in this. Jack accidentally killed her partner using Cone of Cold, I believe.
Accidentally.
Accidentally.
I didn't
technical
mean
Without
to
knowing
kill her.
the consequences.
It was a technical byproduct of something that we of a combat. It was more of a unintentional murder than an intentional murder. Call it second degree. Anyways,
Those things happen.
those things happen. But yeah,
Excuse me.
bless you.
you.
Bless you.
We should be very careful.
Good to know. Making the plan, I think we should give money to the crew for the, I believe, docking that will happen.
Yeah. Any restocking that needs to happen.
I think that they can easily use the cover of said merchant that we hired the crew from.
Yes.
Attain someone as the captain of the ship, just for merchandise, buying, bringing back to Kylen-Jaal, pouring, all the stuff. Just happy fun times of a sailor.
We'll figure it out.
Does
Yeah, but
Tyranny
this is
usually
pretty-
have a trade with Kylen-Jaal?
Yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing theoretically stopping it, from my understanding.
Didn't take us a lot of days, so it wouldn't. It's not that it's not worthwhile. Kind of
Yeah, they
depends.
do. So Trinian does have some trade with Kylen-Jaal, but most of it is through the Eastern Empire.
Yeah.
And what little was left outside of the Eastern Empire was cut off when the war began. They are Ethan aligned, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know who Ethan is.
Just
It's the
making sure.
king.
He named the town after himself.
He did.
First of all, where is the druid camp or forest, or am I being too?
Hey, so you gave me a map, right?
No.
Yes, you did. At one point you gave me a map for. Actually, no.
Oh my God,
Peterson
that's
had a
perfect. Thank
map
you.
fragment. Yeah,
Yeah, he had a map fragment.
yeah.
All right. I mean, you'd have to find somewhere to give yourself a map, like, just because finding one's going to be a pain in the ass regardless. But I do have a map ready. I can send
I
it to you.
draw out a rough map.
All right. Well, I mean, like, yeah, you can draw out a rough map. Let me go ahead and just send that to you.
Might not be updated, but
I gotta remember how the fuck I download the map though.
You
Oh,
can just send
export.
me a screenshot of it. If you...
No, I found it.
Sick.
Yeah, you sent me that name, and I was already like on track with the naming. I got this shit.
Heck yeah.
Matter of fact, not to brag, this is literally what I've been doing while you guys were talking, was finishing... Oops, didn't want to do that. Was finishing this map. Alright, so let me
Glad to
go...
have
I'll
bought you that time.
I'll send it to you, and then when you guys obtain an actual map, I can send it to everybody else. As soon as I find out where the fuck it exported that file to.
Downloads.
Oh yeah, downloads would make sense, wouldn't it?
Mm.
I know how to computer.
No, you don't.
Shut.
You're working through a list of options. I'm just working through a different list.
By the way, Kevin, I muted you. I said I muted you because it was like a little bit weird with your mic.
Where... So... Along...
It's wrong.
Okay, so,
Something you know, and I'll go ahead and point this out because you did. The question was asked. You do know that the Thieves Guild tend to use that like northwestern like cove right there as kind of a port of sorts to export and import mischievous goods. So you would be aware that that'd be a relatively safe place to make landfall. In addition, you are also aware that both cities in your home country that are near the coastline have access to the coastline, so it would be difficult to traverse that area without being directly spotted. You'll want to head more north and then find your way into that cove, which is easy enough to do.
let me just, grab my pencil here.
The other thing too is that middle like line that you see there, that's contested territory, including where the Thieves Guild uses. And there are different resources that are there, but you wouldn't be able to tell which or where of what is there, so...
I'm just drawing out a thing.
Okay. Ethanopolis. No, it's called Ethos. Oh, okay, you already beat me there. Alright, cool.
Silly.
I was busy building a map, I'm sorry.
Yandal. Okay, give me a second.
Ethan Town. Thank you, Tobias. Tobias, did you hear the new descriptions for your character? Because they changed.
No.
So, you were never rebuilt or reforged or recreated by, Valeth. So your body's, like, work that's been changed. You are in the new body. All of that stayed the same. But the body's, like, image, especially after repairs from Ethan's doohickey, those have all been changed and altered so that it looks more distinctly like it's, like, explicit patchwork. It's not a seamless design, but that's also by Peterson's design.
Damn.
You look a little rougher, that's all.
We'll look more battle ready.
Kinda, yeah. Less pristine.
Oh, and where's the Druid Circle?
So the Druid Circle, oops, is gonna be like... It's within the forests. The one that you would have found would have been like the... It's gonna be just north of Thren. Within that forest. Which means you will have to travel some journey to get there. Get to the circle.
We can windwalk.
You can windwalk, that's true.
You keep forgetting about that.
I do, yeah.
It's a kind of a bullshit spell, isn't it?
A little bit. I'm just glad you guys haven't decided to just plane shift wherever the fuck you want to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because Arya has access. Well, Arya has access to the ability to just travel to different planes so long as she has a thing to get there.
Excellent. Hey, I have a question.
What's up?
So, would... Okay, I'm gonna send this photo first because... Fuck.
No, dudes, hold on. Okay, so transport via plants and windwalk is both 6th level. I only have one 6th level slot.
We
in
can
the
upcast a 7th.
So you can't
I
cast
don't
it today.
see-
Yeah.
I don't see it like being able to upcast.
You can upcast any spell. However, any spell that's not listed as a spell that can be upcast, the reason it's not listed that way is because there is no additional benefit for upcasting the spell. You can, however, use Windwalk as a 7th level spell. You just don't get anything extra.
Oh, okay.
So you can still cast Windwalk.
I'm gonna put this in campaign notes just because
That's fine.
they're... And it's not letting me do that. Why?
Solid. Love to see that.
Okay. Let's send it in this server. It's not letting me do it.
DM it to me and I'll take care of it.
I can't send it on Discord.
That's really
Is the
stupid.
issue.
Why is that a thing?
Too big a file?
I'm restarting Discord. I'm restarting Discord.
Try. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, for reference, the
So, I feel like I put... whatever. Anyways, so there's a cove on the west side of,
Both countries.
What's the continent called?
fuck.
Can we just call the entire continent Turinian?
Inamel.
In ML? Okay.
Yep.
In the
Damn it.
Mel.
Inamel.
LMAO?
No, god damn it.
Oh my god.
Do I need to make a new name?
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay.
Simsaran. Here, I'll text it
Sidora.
to you.
Haldore.
Sidor. What the fuck? It's not even
Okay.
remotely what I said.
Yes, it is.
I DM'd you. Well, I put it in
There's
Dora
mine.
chat, but okay.
That one?
I love how yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and write this out in the fucking campaign notes. There you go.
The continent of the snake.
No. Go ahead and just make another text thing. On this fucking map. And then where's the compass?
Okay. So the west side of Turanian there's a cove. Or the west side of Sidore, there is a cove. Thieves Guild tends to operate out of that. We could probably port, well not port, but off the coast we could probably land there, stop around, and go visit the Thieves Guild. There is also that would put us in a relatively close proximity to the location where the druids are, at least my circle. There is, I believe, another, at least, but don't have a particularly close relationship with them. We would be able to go to both.
Nice.
There you go.
The Thieves Guild owes me a few favors. I know a couple people in one of the major cities. And we would be able to get safe passage. I know a guy, basically.
Great.
I know many a guy.
Should just start setting sail then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. We should probably set sail. And we can use Windwalk to get to the Thieves Guild area. I remember the port vividly. And ideally they will let us... They probably shouldn't see the ship. Best to keep that secret for now. So,
Okay.
we'd have to fly a bit of a ways, but I'll lead the way.
Okay.
Alright. While we're setting sail, I would like to get Caroline catch her up on Eldest news, as well as his warning. Keep an eye on Asher. There's no telling what he'll plan with the return of Cadrith. Seems to be taking it in fine, though.
And also one more thing, Caroline. When this is all over, the war, the battle with Brockovir. On that promised day, Eldest Raya will have to leave the plane, our universe.
What you thinking about?
Just sorting. And now I need everyone but Cadrith to leave my room.
Aye, Cap.
Hey.
Cadrith enters the room, and I'm assuming he closes the door behind him.
Yeah, and lock it.
Okay, there you go. No, you're not muted anymore.
Yeah, I'm not. Hello. You, wanted to see me?
Yeah. Did you give me this?
I did.
How long ago?
A few months. Around when you finished your deal with Asher. When you were in the lava. I guess you don't remember it, but I pulled you out.
I assume Goran didn't tell you everything about your death.
I am still a bit in the dark.
You know when we were in the cave and fighting Rebrel?
Yeah.
And then you used the fucking giant castle fucking
The
thing.
instant fortress.
Yes. In my timeline, or whatever you should call it, you get stuck under there.
Uh-huh.
And then, Bro, he has like, or he had, I don't know, like a sword, that makes it like, I don't know the specifics, but like, it makes it like difficult to heal a person afterwards.
Mm.
And he used it on you. And he brought you down. And that was obviously when you still had the spark and everything.
Yeah.
I made a bad choice in that moment.
Hold on. You... Well, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, well, you told me that I was hot afterwards, so like...
Right? Oh. Yeah, it sounds like me.
Like, you were full of, like, I was, like, here with the dagger to your throat, and you were like, you look hot when you're angry. And I was like, what the fuck? Which, I mean, it was fair, because I was, like, literally glowing hot because of Asher.
It's
But,
a
you
good pun.
know...
Good pun. I'll be sure to keep
Yeah.
that in mind if you ever stab me in the throat again.
I'm not gonna.
Good. I would prefer it that way. But it's good to know that I have that line in my back pocket if something ever happens.
I think I would advise you not to use it. But, like, I guess that goes both ways. I would advise myself not to put us in a position where you would be able to use it.
I would distinctly prefer that that never happens, but I'm prepared in the instance that it does.
But, yeah. I murdered you.
I mean, with Asher, I can't say I don't understand.
Where's tempting?
Yeah.
Especially when you felt weak for a long time.
Mm.
And then, you know, after that, we found... Well, I hated myself, because, you know...
No, don't do that. That's bad.
Yeah, but, like, I killed you.
Okay, and? Somebody was bound to.
And we found your, your thing. I don't remember words. I don't remember the word. But yeah, the thing that, like, says all of the things after you die.
Or will?
Yes, that is what it's called. And, you know, it said, like, a bunch of stuff. I, out of character, don't remember all of the stuff, because you performed it, and then, you know, it's like 2 years ago or something.
I still have the file in my Google Drive.
You should send it to me.
Okay, 1 second.
But, like, you know, it said, like, you should go see Vaelith, which is, like, bad choice. She, like, totally, like, had a thing for you when you guys were traveling together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was, like, and, like, because you also gave me your ring, like, in your will. And when she saw that I was wearing your ring, she was like, what the fuck? Did you steal his ring? And I was like, no!
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, she got really mad when I told her that I killed you.
And you're alive? Wow, okay. Uh, she has some problems with temper sometimes.
We know. We, in our timeline or whatever, we have been traveling with her for 6 months.
Hmm.
It was an experience.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. I didn't even try to get close to her. I knew that wasn't gonna happen, so.
Right.
Um, yeah, in my timeline, I go do the Asher volcano thing, the ritual, to rid myself of the spark. Congratulations. You got, like, another good version of me. And then I meet you in there.
Mhm.
And, you give me a dagger. And I have to kill you again to transfer the role of the Phoenix, the role of Asher's general in the war, in his army, to you. And then I pulled myself out of the volcano and the lava. Or, like, I think I kind of more, like, emerged. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. And then we left.
Right.
I don't know what. If
I
there's
don't
anything
know.
that differs.
It's strange times that we found ourselves in, I guess. I don't know what to think. You know? I mean, from my perspective, right? I remember and I experienced things that you guys, I mean, it's not even the same you guys. Everything is different. It's like none of that was even real. The past, the way I remember it just didn't happen that way. It's very strange. And I'm not sure what to think.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I think the rest of this world remembers the same things that you did. Or that you do. We're the weirdos. I'm sorry that I have taken the place of your Caroline.
Well, you are still you, so I don't think it'll be a big problem. But, I mean, I guess things aren't gonna go back to exactly the same way they were. So yeah, I gave you the ring. Do you want me to take it back?
Do you want it back?
I know I'd prefer for you to keep it, but I'd like to respect your wishes too.
I think it suits me.
I agree.
I hope it's fine that I'm keeping it here.
I don't mind.
This... Why did you put it inside of a love potion?
I was trying to send a message. And
I
believe
know,
it was
but like,
received. You know what I was trying to say. Come
I
on.
had to like fish it out.
I mean, I don't know. It seemed like a cool idea at the time.
I mean, yeah, like it was, and like I cried the entire time, but like
Oh,
still.
okay. Don't tell me that. Now I feel bad in a different way because I already felt bad.
Yeah, well, I've been feeling bad for the last like 6 months, and only like 1.5 month ago, like kind of started to get over it. So like,
And then things got shook up.
and then yeah,
Yeah, that must be pretty tough to deal with. And I'm sorry.
it's not your fault. It's like literally just mine.
I was involved. I mean, if Valeth really was the one that ended up causing our timelines to collapse together, then I was involved. If I was some
I
other guy
guess.
who didn't know Valeth.
I guess.
So in like a roundabout sort of way. Either way, I'm apologizing. Hell, even if it wasn't true, I'd probably still be apologizing.
And why is that?
Because I feel bad. I'm sorry that things have ended up this way. And it's very fucking weird, and like, my
Yeah.
emotions are all over the place, and I'm sure yours are too.
There's a reason there's roses everywhere.
I didn't want to just assume that those were for me. I had hoped
They're from
they
the
were.
ring. They're from the, you know, the roses ring that we bought when you got
I remember.
the like, yeah.
That's cool.
They die in like 24 hours, but you know.
Honestly, that happens with like flowers whenever anybody gives me flowers. I don't know how to take care of flowers. They always just die.
Do you, maybe you water them too much?
Maybe
Maybe
I
you
don't
try
wanna
too
know.
hard.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's getting a little late.
We're both, never mind. I was about to say we're both elves,
I'm
but that's
not-
Valeth, not you.
I do speak Elvish.
Do you speak Sylvan?
No.
It's like the one language that I have that like no one else has, and
Oh, I speak Gith. Beat that.
yeah, I can't beat that.
Yeah, no, you can't. That's why I said that.
How was your like trip to Limbo?
It was
like-
very... It was weird seeing everybody again. My clan. I mean, they exiled me to the point, you know, they took me out of all their records. I wasn't even a person anymore, according to them. I never existed. So maybe they weren't supposed to acknowledge the fact that they knew who I was, but then again, I don't think any of them thought they'd ever see me again.
I
And
mean,
also, my son, my fucking son, is somewhere in the material plane. Like,
why?
I don't know. I just remembered that they told me that. Like, I don't know how he got exiled. Like father, like son, I guess. But I don't know. He's somewhere on the material plane, and I know I would like to meet him, see him again. But yeah, I don't think he's anywhere on Tyrrhenian, so it's gonna be a while. But
Yeah.
well, seeing as you are the captain, I guess I should run it by you if we want to do that sometime.
I'm the captain, I'm not the leader of the group.
Yeah, but you're like the de facto leader of the group. You're not technically in charge, but you're in charge.
No, I'm not.
You kinda are, though. People listen to you.
It's not the same thing.
I suppose. It's the difference between soft power and hard power.
Just right power? I don't know.
What about your revive?
Well, I gotta figure that if I never existed according to Gith's society, we were never really married. Our marriage would be annulled legally. I still wore my ring because it reminded me where I came from, where I was before this. But when I broke my oath, I realized I kind of wanted to leave all of that behind. I didn't see any good to be done in dragging around all of the things I'd done and the person I was. I decided to focus on the person that I am. Me. Now. In blue on black, with you guys. That's what's important to me now. Not the past.
Considering that, you don't have to answer this question, but what was your name before Kadrith?
Richter. Richter von Hassel. But it's just Kadrith.
I'm sorry, I've been asking you like so many questions.
I can't blame you, given the circumstances.
Do you have any questions for me?
If I think of any, I know exactly where to find you.
Usually, like, within 30 feet.
Yeah, usually. Never a misty step away. Well, no rest for the wicked, so got work to do tomorrow.
There's always so much stuff happening.
Well, we are at war.
Yeah, but
And
like
we're- And like the gods say that we're their enemy now. I don't think we'll have a chance to stop and smell the roses anytime soon. But once all this shit is over, we can have as much time as you want for rest and relaxation.
How old are you? Wait, like, how old are you, like, biologically? Like, because I know that, like, the astral sea is, like, weird.
I don't remember if I ever actually specifically noted an age.
Oxide just counting. Everyone's just listening at the door.
Yeah, cut to the other side of what everybody else is doing. You have like maybe one or two who aren't interested, who are kind of like looking at the sea, who are more focused on the task at hand. You've just got like Oxide, Zalin, Illikin, just ears to the wall, listening in.
Goran,
Sorry,
probably. I
probably.
can actually already hear it. I don't need to be at the door.
Yeah, There's a gap in the door, so Gore can hear that shit.
My age, I'm
Also,
like
how long do Gith, like, live?
about as long as humans,
It's like
and
so
I'm not like
short.
an old man.
Well, yeah,
Um,
obviously.
maybe
I
like
can see you.
late 30s or 40s.
Okay.
Like late 30s, early 40s, if I had to guess.
Okay. Okay.
Is that like a problem? You have kind of a look on your face.
No, it's just, you know. I'm 168, which is like,
Oh,
yeah, but like, I also live to be possibly 800?
800 to 1,000.
well,
But I, like, age isn't like, it's not like a thing, it's just, you know, life expectancy is different.
Caroline
right.
really telling a
Yeah.
younger man that age is just a number.
She went on a date with
Yeah,
the fucking like gnome
The
girl
the
underage
or
goblin,
whatever,
the goblin.
who was like 4 years old but an adult.
No, I think she was. I forget now. She was like 8.
Yeah,
Goblins
Which,
live to like
like-
60 at most.
you know.
It was more like it was more like a I don't even know if it was like a romantic date or it was more like getting to know her. Cause you also didn't know until that time happened and you were like, "Oh, okay." And then, you know, ended it as soon as
Well,
possible.
yeah, I mean, I got the liar out of it, so like,
You did it for the liar.
I mean,
Liar. I
yeah.
hardly know her.
Listen, Caroline's always been talking to younger people. It's just in her nature.
Okay, well, how old is Andesite?
Detective Shay?
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely younger than you, but he's
Okay.
of age. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
probably closer to, like, actually 30.
Okay. But like, cause okay, so right, cause like I'm 168, but also like, elves are not adults until they're like 100, which like you know I got like a giant celebration and blah blah blah, blah and then I ran away from home a couple years later. But you know,
Uh-huh.
um, yeah, you know like everything about that basically.
Right.
Um. So I think I'm like I mean I'm like a young adult. But yeah, like life expectancy is annoying.
Yeah, I've been just trying to not think about that. Because it sounds fucking depressing.
Yeah.
I mean, given Catrith's track record, he's kind of into older women.
Whatever. That's survive the war first.
That's a
Right.
good first step, yeah.
Because I hope that the war is not gonna be like 100 years of war. If it is, I'm gonna, you know, then I'm out. I'm not gonna do this for like 100 years.
Hmm.
Like, no.
Right,
I
yeah.
have other things that I want to do.
That's fair. I don't think anybody would blame you for that. War is an unpleasant affair.
Yeah. They sieged Blackstone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the thought of, Kylen and Fardren being in harm's way.
Right.
Have you thought about what you like? Okay. Let me rephrase. Is this adventuring with Blue and Black or whatever what you want to spend the rest of your life doing?
You know, for most of the time we've been adventuring, I just kind of expected that one of these times I'm gonna lose a fight. You know, that one of these days I'm gonna meet somebody who gets the better of me. I guess
I mean, you met
I
her.
just yes, but not this time.
No.
I sort of just expected that sometime, somewhere, the end of this would not be me settling down at the end of my adventures. I never expected to survive, but I don't know. I guess my mind is starting to change on that. When I'm old and gray and you haven't had your first gray hair yet, maybe I do want a little quieter of a life. But I guess I'll have to get there first.
Did you guys ever start the other band within our group?
Other band?
Yeah, because he talked
No.
about that.
No, we never did.
Like, you call it like King Crimson or something?
Yeah, we had a whole idea and then we just kind of never went for it.
Second chance, just
I
saying.
suppose, yeah. But that means you'll have to be the lead singer.
Fine. Fine.
Sounds like a plan then.
As night eventually falls on the ship, the waters calmed from the storm before, land in sight, and the ship realigned. It's your choice. If you spend the night here resting and leave before dawn in the morning, or if you leave now and make camp on the land. Which would your group do?
Are we at the cove?
You can, or I was thinking you guys were gonna windwalk there, but you could pilot the ship into the cove tonight.
We could well, we don't have to be in the cove. We just need to be within sight of the coast.
Yes,
basically,
you are within sight of it.
Oh, then we should be able to get to the Thieves Guild.
But do we want to, or do we want to be rested? And
I feel
ready
rested.
for the day.
I think if we want to be stealthy, the night is the best
day,
option, right?
Yeah. Day is probably not the play, especially because the Thieves Guild can be more active during the night.
We'll at some point
No, I was gonna say which could be a double-edged sword, but
Yeah, I would say at night, stealth option.
So
Will at some point Kadrith be leaving the captain's quarters?
well, at this point, I'm assuming unless it's fade to black in there, which I don't think it would be, you guys would have made your way out eventually. As the initial plan was to prepare and leave this night. I was just confirming that was the plan still.
Yep.
I think the night is the play.
Could I take Kadrith apart? Must have a dry mouth of talking, but
Huh?
What? Do we have time, or
What are you?
am I
What did you
interrupting
say?
something? Now, can I take Kadrith apart? But I thought you must have a dry mouth because of talking so much. But no, I wanted to say to you, in our timeline, you keep dying. Kind
Yeah.
of. You have a track record, you know.
Mhm.
So can I? It's a weird request, but can I have your autograph, like your name?
You know,
To
this is the
preserve.
first time anybody has ever asked me that.
Is that a yes?
Sure, fuck it.
Great. I'll show him the book, which is fucking dark and mysterious. um,
This is what you want me to autograph?
yes, please.
It
It's
looks
my,
a little grim.
Yeah, just right here underneath Elder Soraya's name, please.
Pretty much, it's
Elda, Caroline.
yeah, the two names that are on there.
There's Elda,
are...
Caroline, Nyvar. So I guess it'd be under Nyvar's name.
No. This is for the other one.
Oh.
So that's
Oh.
just Caroline, actually, just Caroline.
Just me?
Well, okay.
Just
I'll
famous
sign it.
musician.
Good to know. And I'll just leave you without any information.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.
No
And with
problem.
that, you guys decide to use Windwalk and make landfall? Or are you pulling the ship into the cove?
No, we're keeping the ship away.
Keeping
but
the ship away
course.
at a distance, and you guys are going to Windwalk into the cove. Okay. Are you casting Windwalk?
Sure.
All right. As Windwalk befills your entire party, are you taking Peterson with you, or are you leaving him on the ship for now? I'm assuming you guys are
Leave
leaving
him
the ship
on-
away so that you can secure base of operation
Yeah.
first. Okay, yeah. Just leaving him on the
Also, Peterson's a liability.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna argue that one. Yeah.
Peterson, can you imagine Peterson in a Thieves Guild? Where you have to speak carefully lest you catch the ire of the wrong person? Yeah, fuck you, but...
Yeah.
Him saying fuck you to the wrong person. That'd be a...
Alright, so everybody has Windwalk on them. And entering your mist form, you make your way to the shoreline. I'm assuming you guys are actually just going straight to the Thieves Guild, yes?
Yep. Follow behind me.
Okay.
And,
Are you walking on foot, or are you just gonna mist form your way there?
actually, well, can I, in the downtime that we had before, have dyed my hair and stuff?
Yes.
Can I put on my Camellia disguise?
Yes. Those of you who have disguises can don them now. And those
I
of you who
will-
use illusions can do so after the fact.
Before everyone leaves, I'm gonna make sure no one has any blue and black shit on.
Easy enough to
Okay.
do. Your entire team leaves all blue on black memorabilia and merchandise on the floor.
Goran, what kind of people are here? Like, you know, just the general, like, gist.
Elves, mostly. The people are interesting. The government is even more so. At least in Turinian, there's a pervasive amount of, shall we say, corruption. It's interesting seeing the operations here. Very little happens without a little bit of money having to exchange hands, unless you're willing to wait a long time.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything you wanted to know specifically?
Nope.
Okay.
She will probably do alter self and look like a fucking sick ass elf.
Do know that alter self is an hour and concentration.
Damn.
So if you fall, you
But I can do it at
will be
will.
noticed. Yeah, same.
Oh,
but
no,
I was,
yeah. Arya doesn't have to worry about it. It doesn't only last that long, and it is concentration. Do know you still can do it at will, so it doesn't cost you anything to do it. But you will.
Same. But I was thinking about it like when combat happens and you lose concentration, you suddenly change the form, like reliability of the person kind of fades away then.
Arya doesn't lose concentration on spells. She transforms into an earth elemental and just goes underground.
All you.
That kind of defeats the purpose of alter self, doesn't it?
I mean, no. Because you could just, like, alter self. When you transform back, you'd be still your altered self.
True. Okay.
I will alter myself to have a smaller nose.
Okay.
Nice.
Elf
So the
Arya
dwarf
and a
looks
smaller nosed Oxide.
I have no means of disguise or illusion, so I'm just gonna wait outside whenever you guys do stuff.
You should probably come inside. You'll be less noticeable.
It wasn't like you go into a city, I wait outside the city.
Oh. Ideally we don't go into cities, but...
Well, that's the thing. If you're going to the Thieves Guild, you're gonna have to go into a city.
The Thieves Guild port isn't a city.
The Thieves Guild they don't have like an actual port. They utilize the bank that's in that cove because it's really hidden away from any like other like line of sight. However, Thieves Guild take typically a base of operations either just on the outskirts of big cities or like within small cities.
Yeah.
So it just depends on where you want to go. You know where to find the Thieves Guild probably, but it depends on where you want to go. The alternative is you are relatively certain of where the Druid Circle is. So you can go there first instead, or you guys can come up with a plan and you make landfall. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just beeline to whichever one's gonna kill us the least immediately.
Yeah, what we talked about. I think the Druid is the best call for now.
Yeah.
Druid Circle then?
We are going to the Thieves Guild port area first.
Right, you guys. Okay, so you guys are just gonna make landfall in the cove, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without the ship, yeah.
Right. So.
Alright, who's got a hood?
What?
So I can just put it over my face so people don't see the tiefling face, the horns.
Those horns are gonna be a bitch to hide. Listen. Those horns are gonna be a big, hard thing to hide, just as much as your red skin. But something that's gonna be even harder to hide is probably the giant Goliath in your team. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's fair.
What about it? Okay.
But regardless, with Windwalk, you guys can make your way and touch the land on your feet as you unmist yourselves and brainstorm your next plan for the next session. Here is where we'll end for tonight. In the meantime, thank everybody for watching. This was a lot of fun. It was nice to go through the fields with Caroline and Cadrith.
And with Goran.
And Goran, yeah.
Very moment.
Yeah.
What happened?
As well as some lore.
Can I say something?
As well as lore.
That's a lot.
The yellow rose for the fiancé.
It's pretty good.
I see you.
Also, I just want to say hi to Misha, who was loving the lore, apparently, too.
Yes.
Good to see you. Tell Starry to get his ass back here. It's Fridays, it's our day. Fuck work. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. We hope to catch you again next week. Penis. Though I will mention as well, just because it's on the mind right now, for the week that's just before Christmas, which is going to be the 22nd, so not next week, but the week after, I'm going to go ahead and just preemptively cancel the 22nd, because
Yeah.
we don't need that shit.
Okay.
So, for everybody here, just a heads up, we're not going to have a session on the 22nd, but we should still have a session next week. And if not, it's because scheduling didn't work out, which means nothing until the 29th.
Excellent.
Cool. Now they're all on the same page, and we've made landfall in Turanian. This will be exciting, the next leg of our journey. Good luck to you guys. Good luck to me, and we'll catch you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I gotta actually hit the... There it is.
Oh.
My two friends commented on your acting, I guess.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't
The
see if
RP.
they... Are they... Wait, was it in Twitch?
Just...
on YouTube or Twitch?
I have
On
some
YouTube or
notes.
You know
Twitch?
what? Hang on. I'll come back to that.
Please.
I'll come back to that.